Hello, good afternoon, amazing souls. Welcome to this new meeting on the Healers PhD Healers Network meeting. And now we're going to share some very powerful information about the worldwide movement of almost 100,000 people so far. It's called the GPMS project, and my dear friend Yolanda Toti is going to talk about that because she's part of the movement. And hey Yolanda, nice to see you. I will send you the invitation here. Hi Felicia, how are you? Just type hashtag live or hashtag read if you're watching here. Hello Yolanda.
Hello. Hi, Fernando again.
Nice to see you again.
Can you hear it now?
I can hear you well. Yes, that's fine.
Super.
Wonderful. I was just starting this video and I would like to know, because how am I going to talk about this if the rock star here is you, right? So please, would you like to tell me a little bit, to tell us, to share with us a little bit what this movement is about? Because this is very powerful, and I want to, for other people in this network and other networks, to know more about this. So the space is yours.
Well, thank you so much, Fernando, for having me here. I hope you can hear me properly because I had to take my earplugs away.
I can
you hear me well?
you properly. Yes.
Oh, okay, super. Well, GPMS.world is a wide world referendum to recuperate our sovereignty, to claim our sovereignty, not to recuperate because we are already sovereign, and our fully abundance of everything which there is. For this, we have to understand, first of all, the system that we are living in a false system of debt, that they made us believe that money, you had to work for money hard, when money is created from thin air, you know? I think everyone knows that by now, or most of the people do. So what we're doing is uniting everyone in a same platform, which is GPMS.world, to be able to claim that sovereignty and the fully abundance of everything which there is here, because we are the value. It's not the value is not external to us.
That's so powerful, and it doesn't sound like someone is delivering the knowledge and other people are already obeying orders, let's say like that, right? It's not like that, right?
What was the question? Sorry.
It sounds like a democratic organization, and there is no one authority that gives order to other people. This is something quite different, right?
Yeah. Well, no one is above no one. We are sovereign beings, so it's a non-governmental. It's us, the people, as sovereign beings, which are taking hold of what is ours, legitimate is ours, as our right of birth. So no, it's not. This is created by us. It's not. GPMS is not created for us, but it's created by the people.
Wonderful. And how does it work for those people who are asking questions? How does GPMS work?
Well, at this moment, we're on the phase 1, where a lot of us, different ones from all around the countries, we are just spreading the word to unite on the same consciousness for the good of all, you know? So at this moment, the way that we are working is just by doing interviews to channel, to do videos, you know, in all the social medias, and just spreading the word. Because the beautiful thing about GPMS is that the kids are also included. They have a voice too. So like, you know, like the system that we live at this time, you know, only the kids could say, I want this when they're 18. when they have already been indoctrinated. So, but with GPMS, a little child of 1 second, the guardians of this child, you know, he can give his vote to and say, yes, I am sovereign and I have the right to have everything because I am the value. So it's beautiful because kids are uniting, you know, especially the new teenagers, you know, they are very high vibrational, many of them, and they fully understand what GPMS is. So
Mm.
it's happening.
Oh, that's so beautiful, according to what I learned from my mentors. By the way, Sargan, who joined here this live, is also working with children and is offering classes and supporting a school for children. And according to what I learned from some of my mentors, we have four kinds of new children who are the indigos, the crystal, the rainbow, and diamond children, according to their level of power and level of awareness, because there are newer souls being incarnated in this on this planet, because they're coming here to perform a very, very powerful mission, because we were not able to accomplish our mission yet. So do you also talk about that? Do you also talk about those things?
Yes, obviously, you know, all that we are in this spiritual path, you know, we're getting more and more connecting with our pure knowledge, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So so yeah, it's something that does come ahead. But even for those that do not fully understand, to go deep in that high level of spirituality and understanding, all those levels of layers that we've incarnated, um, they don't really have to fully understand all that, because in the web page you can easily see the world that we're living at this time, you know, which is depth, which is work, which is restrictions. I mean, you know, from, you know, working from Monday to Saturday, 6 hours till 8 hours a day, every month the same, and payments and suffering, a year after year, kids at school all day, stressed out, parents both have to work, we don't have time, is a destruction, you know, the world that we're living at this moment. But if you compare it with the new, where you don't have depth, because money is created by thin air, so what we'll do is create money for everyone equally, um, where, you know, all the resources, electricity, house, water, all these things should be for free. Our
Mm-hmm.
food should go back to what it was and not what we're having now, you know. So
Mm.
sometimes we don't have to go to all that high level of knowledge that every individual, it will get eventually there, you know. But it's actually very simple. Do we want to live the life that we're living at this time? Do we want that for us or for our kids coming along? Are we going to risk, you know? Because when we look at this, Fernando, you know, once you realize that all your life, all what you've lived has been a complete lie, you know, and to just let go of all that and start thinking in the new way and understanding all what you deserve to have. I mean, it's not easy for everyone to understand that this is possible, but it is. We have let these malevolent people to have the malevolent system that they've had to have us in this condition. And what we
Mm-hmm.
are doing now is changing the roles. The system is there, everything is there, but it
Mm-hmm.
has to be guided by people, for us, the people, and don't leave that 1% control and do this harm that they have been doing to humanity for millenniums. This is nothing
Mm-hmm.
new. So it's very we are in the most glorious time is now. And we are making the change, and it's going to happen because this is inevitable. This is going to happen. But we have to understand, we have to understand that we're not separated from each other. That
that's
we
very
all
beautiful.
are one.
And for those people who are watching this live or replay and are asking themselves the question, oh, that sounds wonderful, that sounds interesting, what should I do? What would you answer to those people?
Well, the first of all is they should read the webpage, because what we're talking here, and we don't want to make maybe the video maybe too long, you know, because sometimes people get tired, and if anyone wants to have a question, we can answer it. But the first thing is to read the webpage, because it's really beautifully written. It's the natural, based in the natural law, you know. So once we know our rights, then it's to unite in one point. So read the webpage, see all the beautiful world that we can have if we just unite in one point. And in the webpage, there is a place where it says consentment, where you just click there and you just fill the form out. When it says to give an autograph, that does not mean a signature, because we're not a signature. We are not a, you know, we are not like we are now, slaves of corporations. So, for example, my daughter, because, you know, teenager, she's a teenager, you know, and well, she's 17 now, but she gave her consent when she was 14. So she was rather, you know, I could talk to her and explain to her. And I remember when I read to her the webpage, I thought, well, let's make it easy for her, you know. Said, well, this is the world that we're living now, and this is the world that we could have. If you should choose between one and another, what would you choose? And so, oh, mommy, of course I would choose the new world. And I said, okay, well, then you're in then, you know. Because once the kids have the consciousness, it's nice that they can give their own vibration to the GPMS. If they're too small, obviously, then there would be the guardians that do it. But you know, but it's happening. And the most difficult part at this beginning, Fernando, is the beginnings, because it's you know how this functions. You know, at the beginning, it takes a while, but then suddenly, once we get to certain numbers, it will just grow on itself, because it will be the principal voice created in humanity, because there's no separation anymore. There's no religions. There's no color. There's no vaccinated or not vaccinated. There's, you know, we're all one consciousness, just gathering together for the same thing, and that's for the good of all. I mean, once you know how all this functions, we the people, we cannot be blind to the reality that is happening. We cannot allow that 20,000 kids die a day, 20,000 kids a day of starvation. And just because a few can have a little of a normal life, you know, going to work, earning a little bit here, paying the little bill, no, we cannot do that anymore. Once you know the truth of the depth of how this system works, we the people have to take over with only one common law, and that is not to harm each other. That's the only law that we have to take care of, is don't harm someone else. That's all.
And how does it work for anyone who might be interested in getting into there? Do you offer, let's say, weekly meditations or some kind of meetings, supporting meetings, challenges, or group activities? How does it work?
Okay. Anyone that feels the call to do this in a higher level of work, you know, working with it, like me, myself, like me, there's many all around the world that it was just a pool. So if that's what you feel, that you have the pool of doing something more, you just get in the web page and you also say you would like to contribute, I think it said in English, yeah. And once you click in contribution, you can just put your file in there and say what are your, what are you good at, or if you can speak so much language, I don't know, just fill it up and just send it over, and immediately they put you in a group which is called Contributors Group. And there is where we exchange, where we help each other. We, just, any information that comes out, we share with each other, or new logos that comes out and little things, and we copy paste and we help each other to spread around the world. And then whoever is interested, please, like I sent you the Facebook of Rick Jules, which came with this inspiration of GPMS. So I could suggest that you go in the Facebook of Rick Jules, or in Telegram also Rick Jules, because once you're in Telegram there with Rick Jules, we also have then and now open talks. And we talk about a lot of things, about the upgrades that there is around, what is happening with the energies, what we're feeling, what, different groups talking, what have they, done in their countries, or things like that, So it's like a big family. It's just beautiful. So
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, and I can really ensure that, because I really felt the energy of the person who is leading this movement, apart from your beautiful energy as well. And I saw other groups who they put the title of cultivating self-awareness or things like that. Many of those groups are affected by people's egos, and that's something really terrible. But it is not the case in this group. So I really want to say this, because I feel that there is a loving energy, an honest loving energy here. That's what I feel here. So I just wanted to stay this very clear, because there are many groups out there saying, oh, come here and illuminate yourself. Put a lamp over here. You are going to illuminate with lamp. With those people, you're going to illuminate like that. We have to be careful, right?
You have to be careful, yeah. I can only tell you my own experience of GPMS, Fernando. And is when I came in, and that was a call for me to be here, spreading the word and dedicating so many hours to GPMS as I do, and many other ones do, Once you get in and you hear Rick, and you start seeing your soul family, and you start, it's just, I never ever felt this unconditional love in other places, because there was, what you say, that ego, of these that call themselves gurus, and the thing is that with GPMS, we are the power. We are what it tries to do is to empower you as a being to just claim what is yours, and to just fully stand for it with no fear. And is what I was saying to you, Fernando. When we all embody Christ, which Christ is in us, you can only look at the world with God's eyes. And when you look at the world with God's eyes, you can only serve humanity. And that is what we're doing. And there's many, many, many of us, many beautiful, amazing souls out there that dedicate hours to it, because we fully understand that GPMS is the ultimate for every single human being on this earth. I mean, do you understand the power when we all create, when we all unite in one consciousness? It's like the army of God is there, and we are unstoppable. This is going to happen. There won't be any more misery in the world. no more hate, no more wars, no more separation. All the system has done, this system that we live in, is to separate us for many reasons. And it's not that way. We should be, enjoying heaven on earth. And I tell you, we are going to have heaven on earth, because there is where it should be. And they took it away. But now we know more. And now we're going to have it back.
That sounds really beautiful. And do you have one experience, one very powerful experience that you lived on your own because of being part of this movement?
My life in this year and a half, 2 years that have been with GPMS has been a life change completely. Work-wise, I mean, this has, as I was talking to you the other day, I'm a therapist. I work with energies, I work with people as an individual. I would never see myself here talking in a camera knowing that it's going to get to I don't know how many people. I had phobia with that, so but the call was so big that I was I was just so much pull, and little by little, that fear or that feeling that I have started dissipating. So I knew I was going in the right path, because I wasn't putting resistance to it. But from that, understanding that I am a sovereign being, that all the system has been a lie, all my life has changed work-wise. I am not going to do because what I used to do, because I am a sovereign being. I am just not consenting anymore, and I'm putting barriers about a lot of things in my life. And some people that are close to me say, "Oh God, I don't recognize you." And I said, well, I barely recognize myself. But, when you just embody, because that's the key about GPMS. When you know that you are, that God is here, that you are the power, that you are the strength, and that we together are going to create this new world. God, you don't have fear of anything anymore, because you know you are protected and you're not alone.
Exactly. That's what happened with many spiritual seekers and therapists and healers who are also in a spiritual path. They start to overcome certain situations, and because of that, they start to set boundaries to people to toxic ships and to toxic activities they used to perform. And one day they see themselves already alone, and they say, oh, what am I doing? Am I wrong? And many people are asking these questions to themselves. And that's when many of those people go back to the previous position, which is terrible. And in this new stage, we have to know that we are not alone, that there are also other people, seekers, who are also, let's say, alone physically, but when we get into a spiritual path, a serious one, right? We see that there are many invisible beings supporting us, right?
Many. You can't imagine how much, and the most beautiful thing about this, Fernando, is that we're growing and growing and more uniting, and it's not a coincidence that we are here talking. This is all already there. It's already written. This is meant to be. And even if sometimes we don't find the answers for everything, that somehow things just come at the right moment, and it's there, for a reason. So I might see you in the contributors soon if you have the time. I'm just saying.
Wonderful. I would like to say that GPMS is GPS for myself, right? That's it.
The GPMS is what?
It's a GPS for myself.
Ah, for yourself.
Yes, for the acronym GPMS. GPS for myself.
Oh,
It's
for myself.
just
Yeah,
a
for
joke.
everyone's self, exactly. Because,
Yes, exactly.
yeah, what you want for you, you want it for everyone, you know?
Yes, yes,
So,
yes, yes.
so really, what we were talking about, those that want to participate in a more deeper level, they can go in the contribute groups. Those that don't want to involve themselves maybe that much, but that doesn't mean that they don't play an important role, because thanks to all those people that probably did not have the time or the energy or the feel that they had to do it at this moment, they give the consentment, them, their husband, their kids, then they say it to their friend, to their uncle, to their aunt. So that's the way that we're all growing. So every single one is such an
Mhm,
important piece of this puzzle.
mhm,
And
mhm.
it's only created by us. So there will be some that are going to be a little bit more active and other ones that are active in other ways, but it's all beautifully and divinely guided, with no doubt.
Wonderful. And what is your message for those people who are uh, asking to themselves, oh, shall I start a spiritual path, or shall I talk to these people, but I don't have much time, I have too much work or too much stress. What would you say to those people?
Do you feel worth of having everything? Do you want to keep on living this slavery world that we're living on? Do you want to have the risk that your children go through what we have been through for this last 3 years? Or do you want to live an abundant life? Do you want to be free? Do you want to share? Do you want to travel? Do you want to do all these things? Do you feel worth that you deserve these things? Because that's the most important. Because a lot of people think, oh no, this is impossible. This is not going to be done. That's what they think. It's an utopia, but it's not. We're growing and growing, and suddenly we're going to be there. And then you will
Mm.
think, oh, why didn't I see it before? But to those people that do not completely see what GPMS is, I don't do a lot of work with them, because I know that only just being there, giving that space and just giving the news about GPMS, I know that in 6 months they will say something will go click. Oh, now I understand,
Mm.
because that has
Mm.
happened to many. At the beginning, it's a resistance, because we're used to the old, and we're used to that things are also so complicated. Everything is so difficult. You want to be something in life, you have to go to school for I don't know how many years. You have to work your butt. You have to go and do courses here, courses there. Everything is so hard when it's so simple with GPMS, because it's just saying, yes, I'm a sovereign being. Yes, I want to have a free life and fully abundance in everything, because this
Mhm.
earth is ours, is the children's, God's earth, and no one is going to take that away ever,
Mm.
ever again. So the change to the new earth, this is here, and it's going to be, it's unstoppable. But the sooner we
Mm.
get together and the sooner we understand that it's just one of us, one conscious, all together in the same point, the sooner that we are finished with the sufferment for everyone. And
Mm.
it's going to be that way. The sooner we just unite and not separate anymore and say, okay, let's go for this, the sooner the sufferment will be away. And it's it's an amazing movement, and it's beautiful, and it's happening already. So yeah,
Wonderful,
that's what I would
wonderful.
say to them.
Yes, I want to express my gratitude for my friend and partner Luisa Maraski. She already wrote GPS guides, protectors, supporters. Thank you very much, Luisa. She has helped over 500,000 people with her alchemic Reiki through the Golden Angels. She's really outstanding. And I want
Oh,
to space for a final comment. you have any final message for anyone who is watching this live or replay so far?
Well, it's basically what I've said, you know. Unfortunately, because the website is in transition, we cannot read it at this moment. But the minute you get in, you know, start uniting, start spreading the word to your family, your friends, your brothers. If you feel pulled, come in the contributors group, and you know, let's do this work together. Let's go away from the suffering. Let's do it quick, so we can get out of this system for once and for all, and have the scenario of heaven and earth, which is what we're going to have.
Yes, the life that we deserve, right?
The
Not
life
only that we want,
that we
but also
deserve.
the life we deserve.
And who wouldn't want it? It's just that we don't feel worthy of it. But the value is us. It's not the gold. It's not the silver. I mean,
No,
that's over. The value is individual.
absolutely.
I mean, how beautiful this world can be that everyone has. Then there's no competition anymore. Then there's no need of, you know, the stress disappears. And we'll enjoy this life that we should have done it before, but we're going to enjoy it now. And the new ones to come.
Wonderful. So I will share afterwards the link of the Telegram channel and the other channels that you find useful. Also the website, of course, in the comments or in the description of this video. Okay.
Okay, Fernando, I want to thank you so much. The same way as you said that you can feel my energy. I felt it from the first moment that I saw you on video. That was the other day, and I think you're an amazing, beautiful soul. And thank you for having me here. And I hope to talk to you soon.
Me too. Stay blessed and have a wonderful rest of the week.
Thank you. All my love.
Take care, Yolanda. Bye bye.